let's all, whenever it goes out, let's all try and retweet the stream.
All right.
I always forget to.
I always forget it as well.
So I'll let you know when it comes out. Pick Central today. Myself, Clemmer, and Big Ev. What a doozy! I'm so tired still. Because we were talking about like, when we went home. Like you're still so like, even though it was horrible for me and Clemmer and Rico, like you're still jacked up after, you know. And you get home, you're like, all right, well, you'd think you'd be tired, but you're just laying there. So I watched Sopranos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I got too invested in Sopranos.
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, well, now I'm never sleeping. But it was an insane game. Before we get to the game, our boy, the Bills fan is going a little viral right now. Bosco, for saying that he wishes that
Sean McDermott dies in a plane.
Sean McDermott, yeah.
Is that hitting the Buffalo Bills fan streets?
A couple of the, like, you know those accounts like ML Football, JPA Football.
Yeah.
It says the quote and it says Bills fan. It doesn't say like Rico. It says like Bills fan from Barstool Sports.
They made sure to censor the F word, by the way.
Yes, there is stars on the F word. Listen, yeah, obviously you can't, but obviously he's kidding. We're not like, it's just the moment. Well, he might not.
In that moment, I don't know.
In the moment, he might not.
I don't know if he was kidding.
But it was just funny to see like Bills fan, and it's just Rico screaming, and then it's just me next to him, and I was like, oh.
Imagine they found out that was just to be in the final like 50 of his pool.
Yeah, it's not even like nothing to do with the Bills. It had nothing to do with Big
But it also wasn't even like it was like that was like the game whether he was gonna like win or lose this huge survivor pool. That was just to like
to be the survivor of the week,
like 50 other people
in the top 50. Yeah.
And granted, there was, I think it was a huge number. It was like 800 or something like that to start. But
still, it's just funny. Like the context of like any Bills fan will be like, this fucking guy's saying this because his pool, and that's what was funny. I also had the Bills fucking so many different ways of live, which was bad.
You betting it live too?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was a problem. That's why I was I had a money line.
I had money line as well tied to a different parlay that I bet right before game time.
I have a confession.
Didn't work out.
Okay.
I had Broncos money line.
Oh, that's nice. Right. You know what? I respect you more for that, though.
Way to control yourself, dude.
You controlled yourself.
I was laughing at Bosco.
Yeah, no, that's good though. I mean, if I didn't notice, that's nice of you. But you're allowed, like, you should have been. You could have. You're also the guy. If you're going crazy, you missed that clip.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so funny.
No, it was very funny.
Yeah.
And also shout out Dukes. That was a masterclass of getting each person at the right time.
Scorsese.
Yeah,
no, that was a help.
Dukes Tarantino over there.
It got everybody, and it wasn't just like sitting on one person. Every single person's misery and also laughter.
Frank just cackling.
I was in shock. It had I had under and Broncos 7.5.
You were shocked.
I was just shocked as a football fan. It had no impact on my bets at all. I just was like, I just could not believe.
It was shocking
to lose a game where you get bailed out, where they miss a 41-yard field goal, and you have 12 men on the field. It's just unprecedentedly bad way to lose a game.
So let's get into that. Well, I had money line, and I was with Rico. I had him in my survivor pool.
I'm still alive in my survivor pool thanks to the Cowboys on Sunday.
Yeah, I already took the Cowboys this year, so that was on me. But yeah, I guess Rico, whatever. I'm sure he was not. I'm sure he was getting some like that feeling when you get canceled a second on the line. He's not obviously canceled.
No.
But I'm saying like when you get that, like a couple people like to see it goes viral, you're like, shit.
Yeah, he was texting me last night like, should we delete the clip? And I was like, you do realize
delete the clip.
Oh, that's.
He was like,
he's probably kidding, right?
He was like, he was concerned. He's like, is this bad? Like, is this gonna be bad? I'm like, it's been up for like an hour. Like, if it's in the wrong hands, it's in the wrong hands.
Also, it's one of the best. It's probably the best stream clip, at least this year for sure.
We've had two good ones. We had the stuff with the Jets.
That's one of the best. That was an all-timer.
That was
a
viral
true all-timer.
I love that Rico was texting you.
It was an incredible clip.
Rico's like, oh, is this going to be bad? He threw a high noon can at a guy.
That's the first thing.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he texted anybody about that one.
This seemed, I don't know, maybe I don't react the right way, but that seemed like a pretty A great reaction by Rico, but nothing. I don't think he said anything wrong in my opinion. Like even in the moment, I wasn't thinking that was.
I mean,
Pull up the Kelly Oubre tweet.
yeah, the Kelly Oubre tweet. Duke's mic is on, but some guy literally was like, I hope Kelly Oubre gets hit by a car.
Oh no! Oh,
Oh my God.
So Comer, he ended up getting hit by a car.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's like I understand it. Like he's not being serious.
Right.
In that moment, it's like fun, but specific events you should stay away.
Yeah, I guess.
I've said some things in the heat of gambling.
That's what I mean. Everyone has.
Said some shit.
Yeah, but let's try. Let's just stick away from the specific things. You know.
Yeah. I usually just get so mad. I want to just like strangle him. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying
I've tried.
McDermott, for example.
I've taken scholarships away from kids. I've said that they should get cut. Like that's fine.
I've probably.
You've said worse about coaches.
I've said a coach was the H man.
Every single sports fan watching that clip can relate to that on some level.
yeah.
I mean, that's why it went viral, because we've all been there. We've all had like excruciating losses that and we say shit that we don't mean, but we're just in the heat of the moment.
I probably wish death a time or two. Who am I kidding?
I know I have.
Yeah, not on camera.
I actually earlier this year when Penn State did that insane thing that week 1 to cover against West Virginia, where just like they could have just kneed it and they were going hurry up throwing plays.
Yeah.
I said some things about maybe the Penn State university that did not get clipped, but I said it live.
Yeah, this was bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This post has been deleted.
2 likes.
2 likes.
The 2 likes is very funny.
2 likes.
33. Yeah.
And that account is now deactivated.
Oh, it's probably might be for the best for that.
That's how
Wait,
deep
that
NBA
happened-
Twitter can go.
That happened. When did he get hit by a car?
Like last week.
Literally the day after.
Oh, no, like November 11th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Goodness.
Was it? I thought it was like 4 or 5 days ago. Was it that recent?
No, it was literally the exact next
Yeah.
So
day.
it was November. Okay. I guess 3 days.
That's that's not good. Let's retweet this up on Twitter. All right. So the game. So we'll get to the end let's go through it. First quarter on. The turnovers is what the obvious problem is with the Bills. Because if you think about the Bills defense played pretty well for 4.
But okay.
For 4.
You got put in some not great
For
spots.
4, the Broncos starting, I think I saw the average their offense started was on their own 40.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is crazy. That's and the Bills was their own 23. So that I don't think it's. I'm trying to figure out, and this is what I'm doing, because Josh Allen is going to get blamed for that loss, even though I don't believe that was his fault. I don't.
That's crazy, Mark.
I mean,
you're just wrong.
he was a big to blame.
He's a big
for
part.
sure.
He's a big part. Not completely. Because he did what he had to do. He got the touchdown at the end. They got a touchdown when it needed. When the one pick wasn't his fault. That's just a fact. It was off of Gabe Davis's hands.
Right. One was not. The other one was.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
one
fumble
was egregious.
And the fumble was bad. That was a mishap between him and Cook. But Cook fumbles like it was just. There's something weird going on with their offense that it's very just.
He went 15 for 26 for 177
Yeah,
yards.
no,
Marty, it was a terrible game. It absolutely is his fault. They lost.
But I'm saying where like it counted, he did get them to get the lead. You know.
I mean, yeah, it was a nice drive.
They were behind him because he played like shit.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it doesn't.
I'm just
At home? What are you doing, Marty?
And also,
Hoping.
and also
That's what I'm doing.
that drive, you remember, he didn't do shit. James Cook busted a long
Yes.
run.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
Josh Allen's a mess.
He ran into the touchdown at the end, but other than that,
I'm coping.
I mean, they got down the field by running the
played
football.
horrible. I don't know what's going on with their team.
I'll tell you right now, next week, if I had to pick a quarterback to start with next week, I'm starting C.J. Stroud. I'm firmly saying
Next
that.
week, sure.
That's what. Well,
That's not the argument. Because for the
I'd
1,000th time, it's not the
I
argument.
saw him in the playoff game too.
I'm not doing the argument again, but it's not the.
I think we're not doing the argument because it's starting to get more and more clear.
Saw him in the wild card round as well, which I don't know if the Bills will even be a part of.
CJ
I think you're right.
Stroud Also,
I think you're absolutely right.
Had some really bad plays as well, but I understand they won and beat a great team. But like, where you guys are so quick, let's relax.
I think it's now plus projecting. It's a combo of both.
Yeah.
He's leading the NFL. I mean, to his credit, he's leading the NFL in touchdowns. He's leading the NFL in interceptions. Josh Allen.
Yeah, it's what he does. He does both. He's
never done that before, by the way, in either category for his career.
Do you see
He's
someone?
always like 2.
You want what they're starting to do to Josh Allen to like protect him a little bit? They're starting to give him like the Brett Favre narrative. That's what I've been hearing now. That's what they're trying to do to him, like make up for
the gunslinger.
They're making a lot of a lot of people make a lot of excuses for him.
Like
the guy next to me,
like Herbert.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Herbert.
But I think Herbert's is
with a good finger.
Herbert's is different.
Not Herbert.
But that's stupid.
Herbert's is different.
What does he do?
Herbert's is more purely winning as opposed to Josh Allen's has been the last 2 years just a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
Herbert is
regressing. I don't
Herbert's
like that,
not turned
Marty.
the ball over as much as Allen
fair.
has.
That's fair.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of bad picks too.
He's making
Just bad decisions,
very
bad
poor
throws.
decisions, making poor.
We even talk about like you missed the 4th and 2. He missed the guy wide open, missed
Yeah, I
it
saw
that.
horribly. Just sailed it on him on like
Do you think
not like a super hard throw.
What's the problem with the bill? Like, it's not just completely. It is not just him. There's something else going on.
I mean, since Dable's left as the coordinator, offensive coordinator, the offense as a whole has struggled. Or they've been not nearly as efficient.
Taking a big step back.
They've taken they're not nearly as efficient as they were the years prior.
What was Diggs' stats last night?
3 catches for like 34 yards.
That's.
And I don't think he got he probably
targeted
got
5 times.
I was going to say like 4 or 5 targets. They didn't really look to him much. And Surtain was on him a lot. Who he is one of the best corners in the league. But still, I mean, Diggs is one of the best offensive playmakers in the.
Let me
league.
ask you a question.
You got to get him the ball more. You got to try to design plays, get him matchups, whatever you need to do to get him the ball.
What does it say?
This is from Trayvon.
His brother basically tweeted was like we got to get him out of there.
No, but he said let's not forget he didn't start going off till Bro got there. Like basically being like Josh Allen didn't get good till Stephon got there.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's completely.
No, that's 100% true.
Fair. I mean, that's usually what happens.
It's true, but he also it was like after his like rookie year or whatever.
To be a good quarterback, you do need a wide receiver. That helps.
You know what? I have
C.J. Stroud don't have any. Not like Diggs.
No, not like Diggs, but like I'm not saying
turn Noah Brown into a guy that catches for 175 yards.
It would be hilarious.
Tank Dell is extremely talented. I'll never trash Tank Dell. I loved him in college last year at Houston, but
that one.
He was a mid-round.
100%. No, I'm
3rd round pick. Is that what we saw, Marty?
Wide receiver 2.
Noah Brown was an undrafted
3rd
guy.
round pick, right? Is that what we said?
Nico Collins was like a mid-round guy who's had a good season this year with them.
Listen, it's the Bills in itself right now are it's also very funny they're playing the Jets this week.
But the Jets have been their boogeyman.
Oh, I know. That's
the
why
Jets matchup. The Jets defense has Josh Allen's number as much as
Zach
anybody.
Wilson beats the Bills.
And we need. I don't have the top of my head if Dukes can find it. It doesn't matter. If you look at his stats of like playing everybody else and then playing the Jets in his career, he is horrible against the Jets. Horrible.
Yeah.
And we remember week 1, he threw 3 picks. Whitehead had 3 picks. It was horrible.
Listen to the schedule for the Bills.
They lost with a Josh Allen playing the whole game, or Zach Wilson playing the whole game.
They have the Jets, which we agree could be a difficult game for them. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think it will.
Then it's at Eagles, a bye week, at Chiefs, Cowboys. And then it's at Chargers, Patriots, at Dolphins. The Bills are fucked.
The Bills are.
They're plus 200 to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
and minus 250 to miss.
They're 6.5-point favorites this week versus the Jets.
Yeah,
I don't give me the Jets, please.
that schedule though with those 3 nightmare games, they're fucked, and they're 5-5, and the AFC stacked.
Look at some of these last few. Bad.
Yeah, no, it's not great for the Bills.
Mix in like a couple, and the one in there is pretty good, but
Bills were. So what are the what's the Bengals record?
5-4.
It is weird. Like Bengals are 5-4, Bills are 5-5.
Right.
Like, because we all kind of say the Bengals are going to be fine. They lose to the Texans too, and like you have to talk about them as well.
Different trajectories, though.
I think it's more the way they're
different trajectories
trending. Like they started bad. Now they've won like 4 of the last 5, whereas the Bills have just been losing.
But I'm just saying, like you have to talk about it kind of in the same way where like if the Bengals won the last game 1,000%, 6-3, they're on their way. That's still Super Bowl. Like 5-4 is a bad start for the Bengals still.
It is, but
but
they started, like I said, they started 1-3, and I think if you ask anybody like who would you hitch your wagon to? Like it'd be a no, not even a thought. You'd say the Bengals.
100%. I agree with it's definitely Bengals.
I mean, now might be the time to buy in on the Bills, though. No one believes in them.
Honestly what's Bills Super Bowl odds? Like honestly, it's not a bad. They
got to be like 40-1.
I think it's awful.
Like deeper.
I don't think it's awful. Like, you're talking about value. The Bills are obviously shown that they can do things, like get to the playoffs and like win. They've won they didn't win a big game in the playoffs. Honestly, the Bills suck. The Bills suck.
Yeah, all right. Hey.
I'm trying, guys. I'm fucking trying. The Bills suck.
McDermott's gonna get fired after this.
You should fire him now. You should fire him now.
What do you think his record is in the playoffs?
I think didn't we say yesterday?
Yes,
it's like
4-4, right?
Yeah, we said it yesterday, but like
it's fine.
There is this perception, and I think I fell for it too a little bit. Like just because that Chiefs AFC Championship game where like he really was on the cusp of making the Super Bowl, everyone just has it like.
That's literally all.
That wasn't even a champion. That was
no,
a
second round.
It was divisional.
Yeah, but he was such a good game.
He lost in an AFC Championship, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is like he's still that to get to that game like that's why the Bengals have that over him because they got over that hump. You know, like they had that. It's just the expectations every year. And then what they start to do, it's like they will be fine. And I said it out, they will be. And then yesterday was rock bottom for the Bills, completely.
So far, for sure.
For sure. Like, so let's talk about the last play. First of all, this went from the Sean Payton being like the worst coach of all time to now McDermott being the worst coach of all time.
I'll tell you what, I'll give them credit because there's certain things that I think NFL head coaches get like trash for, and then they don't get credit the other side. The two times at the end of the half and the end of the game, I know obviously he missed the first kick, but coach can't control that. Kicker's supposed to do his job.
No, he can control that.
Right.
You don't need that and make everyone rush.
They executed it flawlessly, other than him just whiffing the kick.
Because you
can't
you have time.
It's a 41, but he had plenty of time.
It's still different.
It's not.
It's 100%.
You don't need the time that affected that kick.
It's 100%.
No, not at all.
When you're running
you're a professional. The 41-yard field goal. He had time. He honestly kicked it too early. He had time to literally sit there and just wait, line up, wait. They had so much time. The way they executed it as like a team, like getting the guys on off the field was flawless.
I get that.
On both of them. He just missed the kick.
That's not how
you still rush.
Don't run onto the field like that.
Yes, exactly.
Nah, that's good. I thought that was good coaching.
I think that's
just missed.
Insane. I think that you either
they had no timeouts. It was either that or what I was suggesting in the moment was like roll out, throw it out of bounds.
Right.
But that would have taken only like 3-4 seconds.
That's still.
And then you would have given the Bills like probably like 15, 20 seconds.
Then your kicker's not sprinting on the field to try to make.
But he wasn't. He
sprinted.
He did.
But he had time. He literally had 10 seconds to sit there and just stare at.
Then he missed an easy kick, so something it was affected.
Kicker
but if you're blaming like the kicker, make the kick. That's your only job is to kick the ball through the uprights.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a 55-yarder. It was a 41-yard field goal.
I get that.
Which like a good pro is in NFL is like a chip shot.
I get that, but
he missed the kick.
When you're rushed into doing something, you're still rushed. No matter what you didn't. He had time to sit back there, but he did have to think about running onto the field, making sure it gets set up. Like that is.
And they did all that perfectly fine. He just missed.
Yeah, but that's still part of that's not normal for a kicker to do.
But you practice that during the week. Like that's something you like prepare for.
You practice throwing the ball. It doesn't mean you throw an interception.
Yep. You can't compare.
I'm just saying that's his job. It's not
his one job is to kick the ball to the uprights.
Clommer, was this at all similar?
I think if they just take a second where he gets to go back there, do his routine. That's not his routine.
But Phil's trying to do an old joke. What is it, Phil?
I was going to say, Clommer, is this at all similar to Super Bowl 25, the missed field goal to end the game?
No, because there wasn't an extra man in the field and it wasn't rushed.
Thank you.
All right, good job.
He really is a specimen.
It's something else.
You know,
so proud. Look at he's so proud of himself.
My dad was there.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That was
obviously he was a Giants fan too.
It was an unbelievable game. Wow, wow! That's right. That must have been crazy for your dad.
My dad and my grandpa.
You don't think today that is cool? You don't think today is different of people talking about Peyton if there's not 12 men on the field and they miss that kick? You don't think?
I don't think there should be. Like I just think that was like everything went to plan, other than him just putting the ball to the upright.
All right.
That's my opinion. Other people disagree. I can understand, I guess, but I just think that's something you prepare for. At the end of the day, everything went smoothly, other than just him making the kick. Everything was perfect. They had plenty of time to set up. He even kicked it almost a little too early. Where if he kicked it, there would have been I think there was 4 seconds left, something like that.
Whoa, we got breaking news.
I think he's interrupted every.
It's very good breaking news.
Lay it on us, Phil. Give it to us.
All right, Phil.
Dorsey's out of Buffalo.
We called it honestly, Frank called it last night.
Yeah.
We were talking about it.
I like that.
Somebody's going to get made the scapegoat. It's going to be the offensive coordinator.
That's what I said last night at the chop shop. I was like, McDermott's going to take him. He's going to cut the lamb so he could save his own ass.
McDermott's going to be gone the end of the year regardless.
Right.
But
but that's honestly.
But this is like, if you make the playoffs and you lose one game now, you could talk yourself into him being safe. I agree with you 100%.
He's out regardless.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I like Phil saying it's very good breaking news. That made me laugh.
It was. It was good.
It was? No, it was just,
that.
I like that.
I saw the chat, so I ran over to Twitter to pull it up. And Phil, I just see him check his phone. He's got the noties.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's on top of
It's very good breaking news.
I think that this is what you should do. I think that when your team you need to make a change. Don't do this waiting for the end of the season. Just fucking fire somebody. I understand it's a scapegoat, but fire him. Just go.
Dorsey's the guy.
Why not? Do you agree?
Poor Dorsey. I wonder if he thinks it's very good.
I mean, I don't think he's done a good job, so I'm not.
Yeah, but offensive coordinator. That's a problem with the team.
Oh, Joe
right now.
Brady's.
That's what I'm saying. I love Joe Brady.
From LSU championship season.
Turn that down, Phil.
He was like the Joe Burrow senior year offensive coordinator for that LSU team.
Yeah, he was with the Saints.
And then it was like the Golden Boy. Then they hired him at Carolina. It didn't really work out.
Yeah, he was.
Honestly, I didn't even know he was with the Bills. Yeah.
I think you have to do this for the Bills.
Yes.
It's
They had to fire. Yeah, somebody had to
fire somebody. You're not going to fire McDermott right now. You will later. But what's the problem with the team right now? The offense. Get them out, and that just shows the team that listen, we're not fucking around.
But Joe Brady's. I mean, it's just the interim offensive coordinator, so it's whatever. But it is kind of that weird. He had this great success with a college team that had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the running back.
Oh my God!
In my opinion, probably the greatest. In my opinion, the greatest offensive college football history.
I probably could have coached that team.
I mean, look at that. They had in my opinion, the second best quarterback in the league, and you can make an argument the two best receivers in the NFL.
That's wild.
Just on one team.
Do you think? I feel like we, as a group, us three could have.
I'd tell Joe to call the plays.
Yeah, but hey, you guys.
I'd be like, you do. I'd be like, you call the plays.
I'm already a great basketball coach.
I'll just sit here and
be a great football coach.
If you need some water.
Yeah.
Say my name.
3rd and 10.
Shout me out. Ev.
Yeah.
Run out the water. I'll be like, here.
Coach, 3rd and 10. What do you want?
Water.
Pass.
I'll be like, Joe, you got it.
Just pass the ball.
Devil's advocate for the Bills here. They are only a game and a half out of the division.
Yep.
It's true.
With
and I'm not a believer in the Dolphins. That
they
they're
play
some
the
crazy
Dolphins
world
twice yet or
beaters.
once?
They played the Dolphins once, right? Don't they play one more time?
They smoked the Dolphins.
Smoked the Dolphins.
Destroyed the Dolphins.
And
they have to play them in
also,
Miami.
what's
still.
funny is the
Last game of the year.
AFC East kind of went from being
that could end up being a big game if the
one
Bills
of the
make
better divisions, and it's now everyone thinks that they all suck.
Honestly, really, now not to do this to Clemmer, but the Jets beat the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Things are really really different.
Yeah.
That was a huge loss.
For Marty's point, Marty was like, hey, that plus 200 for the Bills to make the playoffs is maybe there is more value than I originally said because the East is a clearer path.
Was there 7 more games left?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Depending on your depending.
7 for them. 8 for the Dolphins.
This is week 10.
That's a lot of games, fellas.
For sure.
And I understand that.
But he just read that gauntlet they got the next month.
I know that's the problem.
I think I
could easily go 1-3 in that stretch and be in trouble.
The Dolphins have an easier road. They have they have a bye week. They just had Raiders, Jets, Commanders, Titans, Jets, Cowboys, Ravens.
They already played the Chiefs. They already played the Eagles. They got their L's out. Some of those L's out of the way.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting to see it. Next week is now. I thought it was this week what the Bills should have was the get right, blow them out. Bills are back, Super Bowl. It was not. This is their season is next week.
Yeah. Also for the Broncos, obviously not the most the craziest impressive showing in the world. They're sort of back in. They're in the hunt category.
They're in the.
They're on the wild card graphic.
They're a game out of the playoffs.
No, I think they're probably on that going into week 17. If they win and 2 other teams lose, then they could get pushed in. That's where they're probably at in week 10.
3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, we were like, oh, Hackett got vindicated. And now it's like, wow, Hackett was really bad coach.
I think it just took a little bit for him to get it going. I mean, they're playing much better.
Russell Wilson, I'm not going to say here that he's like been playing like holy shit. He's playing pretty good this year.
On paper, his numbers look incredible.
And 18 touchdowns, 4 picks.
Yesterday, that touchdown throw to Sutton was a tough throw.
It was an incredible.
They had like a.
That's
why he's not taking many shots,
I mean,
but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
One of those like ESPN Gen Stats things that basically was like the hardest like touchdown throw, like ever, like one of the hardest like ever.
When I
improbable to make it happen. Basically.
When I saw the rollout, I was like, wow, that was a fucking great throw because he kind of gets shit on still. Like Russell Wilson sucks, but like. He doesn't really suck this year.
No, this year he's leading solid.
He's leading the NFL in touchdown percentage. He has a quarterback rating of over 100. He's been quite good.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't. No one's talking about it. They're 4-5.
Also, I think he's just become so unlikable as a human as well. No one wants to give him any credit.
Denver's defense also played a lot better since giving up 70 points.
Absolutely, that for sure.
They definitely
sure.
Have.
They played really well last night.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they played well.
I mean, they stuffed the run completely too until that last drive.
But that's a Bills defense right there where it's like, all right, up one, you got to get a stop here. They didn't even come close.
Yeah, I mean, that's Russell Wilson to his credit did what he needed. Had a great drive. Put him in position to win.
P. Ryan dummied them in the last drive.
Yeah,
like, he just kept dumping it off to him, and he would. That's all you have to do though. That's all they did. So the Bills are fucked at the moment right now. I let me tell you something. Maybe I'll throw a Super Bowl thing just because I'm so in on the Bills and I can't get off a take that I might do it just because. But I think it's not a good bet right now. They're in shambles. They need to figure it out. We got Diggs' brother tweeting shit. He can't only. But does that show that like Gabe Davis doesn't do shit? Where Diggs is like obviously like he's gonna get double teamed. He's gonna get locked down because he's the only option. Because Kincaid was the only one that really did anything last night.
He didn't even do. He had the touchdown. But he only had like 51 yards.
It's more than Diggs.
Yeah,
for sure. But I'm saying he didn't like.
As a tight end, that's.
He had the touchdown. He had another like.
What was Gabe Davis's stats? Can we pull that up real fast?
2 of 56.
2 of 56.
I mean, I think Allen only threw a total of 100. What he's 177.
Oh, I know, but like it's like Gabe.
15 of 26 for Allen.
I think Gabe Davis needs.
Gabe Davis was targeted 6 times, only 2 receptions.
He dropped the interception.
Marty, I apologize for telling you to pick up Khalil Shakir. I have dropped him as early this morning.
Me too.
He's a good football player.
It was worth like
that
waiver.
One catch.
It was worth the waiver.
I had nobody else.
I loved him. He was great at Boise.
Yeah, no, he had a nice catch.
He's a good third receiver. They just got to get the ball.
Think of all those hours leading up to the game. It's like, man, Khalil Shakir get 60 yards, a touchdown. I can win my fantasy matchup. You were thinking that up until the fourth quarter, probably.
Maybe the third. But yeah, all right. Bills in shambles. We didn't talk too much into college yesterday. We went long. I want to ask you a question because we didn't talk too much about the Michigan game. JJ McCarthy, and we have a JJ McCarthy truther back there, as in Dukes. He's 8 of 9.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw the ball once in the second half. Does that tell you that they are worried? They don't trust him to throw the ball when it matters? Or is it just listen, they're just, I don't really care. You not throwing the ball one time in the second half, I'm not sure if that's ever happened, but unless it was Army. Like, I feel like as a quarterback that's like a Heisman candidate, not throwing the ball ever. And I take away if he's injured because I don't think he's playing. I don't play if you're injured, and he's not injured, I don't think.
I think it's either they don't trust him or he might be a little hurt. I don't know. Maybe he landed like wrong during the game. Like we didn't realize it. I don't know. I was like, even as someone I don't hate J.D. McCarthy. It's more I just think people have started to talk like too highly about him. Like he's like this crazy. He's a solid quarterback. I don't know. They either don't trust him or he hurt his arm or something. I was surprised by it. I mean, Penn State's offense is just so bad. Even though they had success running the ball in Michigan a lot more than they did against Ohio State. They moved the ball more. But I don't know. It definitely was interesting. I'm kind of like don't know what to think about it. They didn't need to, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. On some level they don't trust him to like fully. I don't know if they fully trust him to go out there and be like he's going to be the reason we win today. That's where I'd say at pause. And Penn State's defense is good. I don't know. It's like one of those weird. It's like you just don't know. It's all just pure like speculation, kind of.
I kind of was in the camp of they didn't like. Yeah, I got it. I was like, why throw it if you don't have to? But that just shows me you don't trust your quarterback like whatsoever. Dukes, what was your theory on him?
That they just had more success against the pass rush. Like he only had one incompletion. It's not like they couldn't have gotten it done over the air. It's just when you're averaging basically 2 rushes for a first down. Milk the clock. I mean, it wasn't like a time. It wasn't like the time of possession was like an indicator in the game. It was like for the most part pretty even. I'm sure like Penn State might have even won the time of possession, but I think there's just nothing more emasculating than when you could just shut like the defense knows what's coming. They can't stop it. Can't say any sign stealing bullshit. Just jam it down your throat. Football. There's nothing more emasculating than that.
So I don't
think it was anything like and JJ McCarthy. Back to that. Like first, he's never was gonna win the Heisman after the sign stealing shit. And 2, I think he's just like, let's just win the fucking game. I don't think he gives a shit.
No,
which
he
I think is
doesn't
one of
care.
his good characteristics.
I don't think he cares, and I think you both could be like. I think we could both be right almost. Where I kind of agree with you, where it's like, if you could run it, I guess just keep running it. If it's working, it's working. But it is weird to not even do a play action when you run it 24 times. Maybe 23 with a play action could have been nice.
They didn't even have to show anybody anything.
No, I get it. And I just think you have to admit it's a little weird to not throw one ball.
It's the old saying, don't fix what isn't broken. So it wasn't broken.
It broke, it ain't.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There we go. There.
There it is. Got it. We got there, Phil.
Close enough.
Well, we got there together.
It was interesting because it was still a close game until that last.
Yeah.
Like when they went for on their own 30 and then they scored like basically I think it was literally the first play after. Then that pretty much ended the game. But it was a 1-score game through a high majority of the game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Where it was like it wasn't like it was.
Like I was surprised that I think Duke's I was surprised they never went to like a play action or anything at any point.
Yeah.
Like beat him over the top and just kind of like a game breaker type thing. I don't know if they have the receivers. They have a couple good tight ends. Michigan. I know they have obviously their better playmakers are their running backs. They obviously have a good offensive line.
So listen to I was talking about this in Ohio State versus Michigan. They're technically the same team, where their defenses are very good. I almost would give the edge to Ohio State in defense. Honestly, I think it's close.
I think our defense is elite.
That's what I'm saying. But I think that's like splitting hairs like that. Their defense is what their both strong suit is. Correct?
Yeah.
I think quarterback, you have to give it to Michigan. As a little, though, not a lot. I think J.J. McCarthy, as of right now, is a little better than McCord. Okay? I just think that's fair.
No, I'm fucking around, but that's my Cam Newton Okay.
Yeah, but be fair. That's true. The wide receivers isn't even close in Ohio State.
Well, that's what me and so after when I went to the site after the game and talked to Dave, saw Dave for the first time after that Penn State Michigan game. That was the first thing I said, and Dan said too. He was like, the playmakers that we have on the outside are just night and day from Penn State.
It's like 3x.
They don't have anybody. We have we have elite guys on the outside. That it's gonna be interesting to see the way.
And your running back is very good.
Travion Henderson's is.
But Michigan
really
also
good.
has a 2. They're.
Oh no, Blake Corum's great. Edwards is great.
Yeah.
I'm not
running backs can
shitting
kind
on
of 2 versus 1 is almost it evens out at that point.
We have other good backs too, but sure, our backfields are similar.
That's why I think it's gonna be such a good game.
I think Henderson's the most dynamic that he's healthy, but Corum's the most Corum's a complete physical. He has good speed too. And Edwards is a good complementary back. He's very fast.
That's why that game is going to be unreal, and I can't wait.
What time is that game on? I know it's not the Saturday.
Always noon.
It's at noon.
Always noon.
Yeah. What network has it? Because
Fox.
They must be
Fox will have
so happy to have that.
Fox will have it.
Because even a casual like me is interested just because of all the drama and the storylines.
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest game in regular season college football history. I really believe that.
Game's -6 right now.
Yep.
Wow.
In Michigan.
While we're on the subject of college football, should Marvin Harrison Jr. win the Heisman?
No. He definitely should be in that top few. I think he is now. I don't want to. Jaden Daniels is having an unreal season that I don't think he's getting the credit. I think he's now just starting to get the credit. Mm-hmm. It's become too much of the quarterback of the number 1 seed just gets the Heisman. Jaden Daniels is having an all-time season. If you his passing numbers are pretty much the same, comparable to Bo Nix and Penix, who are the 2 leaders, and he's also going to rush for 1,000 more yards and 10 more touchdowns. He's having a Lamar Jackson type season, maybe better throughout, insane year.
Pull up the Heisman odds real fast.
I think Bo Nix is the favorite right now.
Can't.
No, I couldn't find him either.
Got it.
I don't know if
today's the day.
Yeah, Bo Nix I think is the favorite. I think it's Penix, and then it's Jaden Daniels. I know Marv is up there now too. I think those are going to be the 4 that get invited to New York. I was
looking at Flyers.
It's tough right now. I don't know who could really.
But there's a Flyer out there that's got a little bit of a story. And he's a team that I've bet on. My
Milrow? You think Milrow maybe?
A guy who got sat he got sat in the season. He's come back. If he obviously they're playing Chattanooga, he'll put up some numbers there. If he puts up some good numbers against Auburn and then beats Georgia, he kind of puts up, obviously is doing well during those. It's not a crazy 40-1 play.
No, it's not crazy. I just think,
but
I just think it's still a Daniels, even with losing all these 3 games, would still his numbers are just so much better.
Who does LSU play? Because we were talking about this. Okay, so yeah, it's 4, and then it's holy shit.
Honestly, because I would have said the Flyer is Carson Beck.
Just because it's that's
if they go smash Bama, or say they went and smoke Bama, he could be and
I think that's what you're
whatever happens with Penix and Bo Nix and see Marvin Harris. in a good spot. If Iowa beats Michigan and he goes for $150, 2 touchdowns, I think he's right there.
Who was the Big Ten championship? Iowa.
They're on the other side, probably. Yeah.
Iowa's the best team in the country.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Big Ten West is just so bad.
It's so funny.
And that's why Iowa's only lost 2 games.
7-2. Yeah, they look great.
They're top 25. Their offense.
Their defense is elite.
Their offense is just so putrid.
So bad.
But it's so funny. They're off. You'll see. Once whoever wins the Big Ten championship game is going to go to Indianapolis and mollywop them.
Maybe by 4.
They're going to go score 1,000,000 points because they'll never face weapons either of us have.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, talking about Alabama, I think Alabama's the 3rd favorite to win the championship.
Yeah, they are.
And what are they ranked? 6th?
Yeah, 6.
They're not even in the playoff technically yet.
But it's because they know that the game, their opportunities is there to take the spot.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
They'll get to hash it out.
I have fully convinced myself Oregon's the team that's going to get left out.
Well, but hold on. Well, that's possible. That's very possible. But I think Washington's going to lose this week.
Let's do the scenario now, because Brandon Walker's scenario, maybe not Rico's. I love that you got so mad at that. But let's do Rico's scenario, which everyone's talking about. So it's Florida State wins out.
Yeah, in.
Oregon.
Big Ten winner in.
Big Ten winners in. Texas wins out. Bama wins out.
Yeah. Which would knock Georgia out.
Oregon wins out.
Correct. I think Oregon gets fucked. That's what I think.
I think Oregon gets fucked too. I think Texas gets in. I think Oregon gets fucked. I think that's kind of what. Is there any other team right now that we are worrying about that can?
I think at this point, the only teams I would say that can make the playoff at this point are Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, we said Washington, Oregon, Texas.
You think Georgia,
Bama.
You think there's no chance that the loser of the Big Ten game?
It would take some teams to lose. I think Florida State would have to lose. I think Texas would probably have to lose as well.
And then you bring up an interesting point. Is I was going through the games and I believe that I mean, Washington is the underdog.
I'm telling you, they're going to lose this week.
Yeah, they're underdog.
They're going to go to Corvallis.
Plus 2.5.
Oregon State going to Corvallis is such a tough place to play, and I think they're going to match up poorly. They're going to run the ball, take it out of Penix's hands. That's going to be a very, very tough game.
Would Oregon still play Washington as a one? Would they still be the number one? Would they play each other in a championship?
I think so still, yeah. Because they both would have one conference loss, and the one would be head up, so.
No, that'd be if Washington.
But I think Oregon. If it's Oregon Washington in the Pac-12 championship game, I really think Oregon smokes them the second time.
I think they win by double digits.
That's what I was gonna say, double digits. I think they win handily.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is why the 12 is gonna be great. That's what it should be. But
and Washington,
this is crazy shit where it's like we're talking about a team. Like some people are talking about, like Florida State not even getting in. That's stupid. Like if they went undefeated.
If they lose a game, they're out.
100%. But people are saying they shouldn't get in because they haven't played. But it's like, but that would be completely wrong because Clemson literally did it for like years, playing the same schedule, and they've always put them as like the number 1 seed. So I don't know. That's why the 4 teams is fucking so funny. Because there's so much crazy shit happening.
And Washington, I mean, since that Oregon game, they have played with fire so much. That's another reason why I just think they're just due to like one not go their way. Yeah. They were very fortunate against Arizona State. They were pretty fortunate. Like they did end up winning by I think 10, but
I'm gonna tell you something. Who else?
They were maybe 7, whatever it was. They were fortunate against Utah. Like they were down in that game.
You want to know who else is a little live this week?
Who?
Iowa State.
Who they playing?
Texas.
What's the
7.5.
I like that. Texas have been waiting. I mean, they almost really should have lost to TCU.
Yeah, and TCU.
They had some like the way the first half ended. I mean, it was all Texas, and then
Iowa State turned it on. TCU.
It's close, but they play better defense for sure. Iowa State plays good
at
defense.
home. I don't know. That's a number that's like
that's a sneaky. I definitely like Iowa State with the catching 7.5 at home.
This is a pretty shitty week, though. It's like Georgia, Tennessee, which is like Tennessee's kind of fallen off. Are there? Okay, I kind of love the SEC bias.
They just play the shit teams this week.
Tennessee still. Did the rankings come out? They came out already, right?
No, tonight.
Okay,
the playoff ones will come out tonight.
Okay, thank God, because Tennessee is still 13. I was like,
nah, they'll be like.
They shouldn't even be ranked.
I don't think so either.
Wait, Tennessee's a bad football team this year? Hate to hear that.
That's crazy, right?
Hate to hear that.
Other key games that we'll go over with Brad. We won't go in too far, but it's Kansas State, Kansas, which is like whatever.
Actually, not. It's under whatever standings, but they're actually both good this year.
No, they're good.
Which hasn't happened in forever.
Both 7-3. Washington, Oregon State, and then who else is that's real? Utah and Arizona is kind of just the
not a crazy slate.
It's a pretty bad. Hey, the Division II playoffs start.
I know.
They get on the app, which is nice. Ferris State playing Grand Valley State.
Shout out Badgett.
But yeah, then like every other game's pretty bad. And tonight, college basketball.
This game means a lot for our friendship.
It does. This morning I woke up, first thing I did was put this bet in. My biggest bet I've put in probably the past 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's my biggest.
What was the bet you placed exactly? Duke
minus 3.
All right, that's what I have as well.
Yeah.
At a much lesser stakes, but
I think they're up to like 3.5, 4 now.
Just did a regular unit on it. But.
Duke minus 3. I haven't been this confident in a game in quite some time. And I'm going to be honest with you. Arizona, that was Martin being excited.
All right. So why are you confident in this game? Because if the Duke does not cover this game, you cannot tell me to bet Duke again the rest of the year.
1,000%.
Right. So why is this game different?
Duke, obviously, they're both one Michigan State lost to James Madison, who is that's bad.
Okay, I watched that game
at home against James Madison. James Madison's not a terrible team, but like still, they just played some dog shit team that their offense isn't very good right now. They're an overrated team. I think this is Duke's actually. I'm gonna give credit to Duke's. Duke's put this back in my mind where it's like they're a team that returned a lot of people, so they thought like everyone's like it's like when UNC was number 1 that year and they didn't make the playoff, like they didn't make the tournament. Doesn't mean they're just gonna go in and mollywop people and be good. They're not I think they're an average team that has a number next to their name that doesn't exactly show who they are.
Okay.
Duke didn't even play their best game, and they lost by 5 against Arizona. No excuse. I think that they are going to come out and beat the living shit out of them. Also, we did, thanks to Frank the Tank yesterday, Duke is 14-4 against Michigan State. Again, in their careers.
Yeah, but I mean, how much is that relevant? It's different players.
Well, you love stats. I'm giving you.
I love stats. But I like stats that are relevant.
Kyle Filipowski outmatches Michigan State, honestly, like so much. And the problem with Arizona was the rebounding. We're going to rebound fine against Michigan State. It's very, very different. Tyrese Proctor is the one guy that's going to need to step up, and I think he does it. I truly think that he's going to have Filipowski's going to get his 30, 25, whatever. Tyrese Proctor is going to be the X factor tonight.
Who are you on in this game, Ev?
I don't know. I mean, Marty's making it almost impossible for me to.
All right.
Honestly, I'm debating getting in the bunker.
As a friend, as if this is.
I don't really have I don't know. Admittedly, don't know Michigan State's. I don't get super into college basketball until after football ends.
Listen,
this is my learning period.
As a friend, though.
I know Duke decently well because they brought back a lot of the team last year that I'm familiar with.
Brought back the whole team. Well, besides Lively and.
I know Filipowski, I know Proctor, all these guys. Roach still being there is ridiculous.
Roach is still there.
He's been there forever.
Mark Mitchell.
Yeah, he's been there a few years.
So Duke.
Guy.
As a friend, I love Duke.
You're a piece of shit.
As a friend, I love Duke.
You're betting Michigan.
Oh no.
No,
Duke.
I think the reasons that you bring up, I agree with. Like yes, Michigan State has started off slow. They lost to James Madison, who I think is a good offensive team, not a great defensive team. The thing with Michigan State, though, they're shooting 6% from 3. I don't know how much longer they can stay cold.
I think that's that's not a thing you fix against Duke.
And like we said, I'm also a contrarian bettor. So it's I think that a lot of people are going to be on Duke tonight.
Well, so everyone's always on Duke.
Yeah.
You know,
But especially just people's
people
Michigan
like losing
State lost to
James
JMU.
Yeah.
And how could we bet them?
And Duke just lost.
That's what scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, but to Arizona.
No, I know, but still, just seeing Duke lose, it's like a bounce back. Duke could be 1-2.
So, yeah, but I mean,
I'm just saying.
losing Arizona, losing to JMU at home.
Yeah.
Are two different things.
It depends. The X factor for Michigan State tonight is just Malik Hall show up.
That's the only person I'm scared of.
A Cone Carr could jump out of a gym for Michigan State, the freshman. He's awesome.
Is that guard Walker still there?
Yeah, Walker, Hoggard. Joey Hauser's not
They brought back a lot of guys, too, Michigan
They
State.
can't. The one guy that could shoot all the threes is gone.
So,
Walker can shoot some threes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Walker's very hot
everybody.
and cold, but
They got the thing that's worrisome about taking a Michigan State tonight is not the talent on the roster they can match up talent-wise. It's the lineups, and is Izzo still fucking around with the lineups?
is the game in East Lansing?
No, it's in Chicago.
So
home game.
Neutral site. Neutral site.
I'm showing the money is on
home game.
Duke, 83%.
Game for Michigan State.
Yeah, Big Ten in
Listen,
Chicago.
that's
Dude,
neutral.
Duke
travels everywhere.
Yeah, that's not Charlotte though. That's Midwest.
The line's already.
I'll bet you more Duke fans.
I don't believe in in college basketball. It's tough. You got to be home for that.
Yeah, that is true.
I actually don't agree with that.
There's a huge X factor for tonight that I need to know. Marty, will you be able to watch this game uninterrupted?
I will be sitting on my couch the entire time.
No Tuesday wedding tonight?
No Tuesday wedding. I'm going to time up my Taco Bell probably right exactly at the same time, and I am going to enjoy. And then I got Kansas after to watch Hunter play Kentucky. This is a elite night.
This is all the information I need to take Duke.
I'm not even kidding. I am putting everything I have is on Duke tonight. I love them so much because this isn't me loving Duke. This is me looking at the matchups. Sissoko is their center who he fucking doesn't. He's good defensively. He doesn't do much on offense. So I'm not worried about him scoring against Ryan Young or if Filipowski plays the 5. I also believe that we have a deeper team. I think we are deeper off the bench, which in college means a lot more than the NBA.
The line's already jumped to 4, by the way.
Yeah, so
they're hearing us talk about it.
Yeah.
Isn't Kentucky supposed to have a lot of good young guys again?
Yeah, they have a ton.
They're gonna be amazing.
They're gonna be very.
I saw that line get up to 7. Why is that?
I mean, Kansas.
I know Kansas is good, but I'm saying it was like 5.5 like yesterday.
I think it's morning. Honestly, it's just.
I've seen up to like 6.5, 7 already.
I would say this is.
I would imagine Kansas is getting hammered. I'd imagine, but
yeah, I would say it's this experience against freshmen.
So Kansas has obviously Dickinson.
So
they have the kid, the point guard still.
They have Harris. They have McCullough.
Okay. Yes. They still have McCullough,
and they also have KJ Adams still from last year, the guy who could jump out of the gym. And then I
remember McCullough was at Texas Tech like 5 years ago, and then he was at Kansas last year.
And then and they have a freshman.
Him. He's a good wing. And
they have a freshman as well. That's like a lights out. Like, dude, they're disgusting.
I think this is one of those games. I'm either gonna be like with you or just totally. I'm either gonna go like Kansas and Duke, or I'm gonna go like Kentucky.
State. I'm going Kansas because that's me being biased. I'm telling everybody right now, Kansas is me being. I'm so in love with this Kansas team because of I think Hunter is a different player on this team. The way he's been opened up and the way Bill Self is coaches a big man like no one else. Like he really the way the system is working, he doesn't have to play like a complete post-up big man. He's shooting threes more.
Maybe I'll play both overs. I don't know.
I think over is a good play.
I don't know what to do with these
Kansas
games.
Is a great over.
Because I know I'm going to watch them, so I have to bet them. I bet a lot of action tonight as well.
I want you to look me in the eye, and I'll buy you both lunch tomorrow if Duke doesn't cover.
3.
3.
Because 3, I don't know if 3 is available now.
And if I win, I get a Coke.
All right, I'll get you a Coke.
Maybe 10-5.
Well, no, relax. I lost money on you. No, you be happy to get the Coke, or to lost money from last weekend because
you know what? I'll get in your foxhole.
In my foxhole.
We'll go with Duke.
Everyone on the show, one day.
We'll go with Duke.
I'm putting my life on this game. It's like
how rattled are you gonna be if you lose this game?
If I lose,
he's gonna be rattled.
I may not come in tomorrow.
He's gonna be rattled.
You have to come in tomorrow. You have to.
No, I might not.
No, you have. We have a basketball game tomorrow.
If I lose,
you have to come in tomorrow because we have to see you be rattled. I need to at least enjoy that if I'm going to lose money.
If I lose tomorrow, if I lose, I will be probably the saddest you'll ever see me.
Oh my God!
Seriously, this is how much I have on the game.
All right, I'm rooting for you. I'm
yeah. No, I love
right there with you.
Much. I love them so much, and oh man, I can't fucking wait. But yeah, Kansas, Kentucky.
Is Phil gonna ride with us here or no?
Phil, I think as a friend you should have to.
I said I was taking Duke with you.
All
I literally said all I needed to know.
There's one person on this show that has not said he's jumping in the foxhole yet.
I literally asked.
No, you're good.
I said, "Are you watching this game on your couch?" That's all. If you were like not watching this game, I would hammer Michigan State. But the fact you're watching this game,
I love that.
I'm taking Duke because they're undefeated when you watch.
All right, 4 for 4. How about you, Dukes?
As a friend, this is a friend bet. This is a friend bet.
As a friend.
Are you gonna do it?
As a friend.
I want to see the slip later.
As a friend.
It could be $10. I don't care.
As a friend.
So you're doing it.
As a friend. I'll do it. I'll do it as a friend.
All right. Hey, so we're all in this together.
But let me make this clear. I'm taking 3.5 right now. So I need to cover 3.5.
All right.
Like 3 a push.
Is that good enough, Marty?
Like a 3 push.
He's
like
nervous
we're not friends. Like we're not.
He's nervous 3.5.
Like we're not friends anymore. It's 3.
You don't want to buy the half point.
what I'm seeing here, I don't think I have the option.
Take it.
And then the other option, the only other option,
at least 7.
Through another source would be 4.
They win by at least 7. I love you guys. I almost wish we almost should stream this game tonight.
Fall asleep at halftime.
Yeah.
Last 2 nights. No, we can do whatever you want.
No, I won't make people stay again on a Tuesday. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing game.
There's great games tonight.
What else is there?
Marquette, Illinois. That'll be good.
Illinois is a scrappy team.
Yeah, I think Illinois is going to be good this year. I don't know why. I like Underwood when he doesn't have the talent.
Yeah.
He doesn't have high prospects.
He doesn't know how to. He didn't know how to use Kofi and what's his name, Ayo.
Yeah. Now, like Sky Clark last year, that was a shit show. Like,
where is he now?
Louisville.
Oh God.
So I think he's going to do I don't know. I still think they're Terrence Shannon Jr. is really good. I think
he's like not such a star. Like he's such a star, and it's like he's older now. You know, I love Terrence Shannon Jr. All right, I'm gonna do my college basketball plays all tonight. I have to look at everything. I'll give you Kansas -7 and Duke -3.5, obviously. But Big Ev, what's your plays so far?
I have all my action plays I've locked in. I have I'm on Toledo -9.5 and the over 51 in that game. I'm on EMU first half in game. They've been much better at home. On the road, Akron's bad. I'm on Western Michigan +5 and the over 54.5. And I'm in Marty's Foxhole. I'm riding Duke.
I'm very
It's locked in. I just locked it in. Done.
wow.
3.5.
This is a good friend. This is good friends right here.
I have one play only tonight. It's riding with Marty Mush. I got at 3. So yes, Duke.
You know this is like Duke's to win by 3. Or they'll win by Duke wins by 2. You know that's just what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be happy still because they won, but not because.
Oh, you will not be happy when you come in here.
I won't be. That's my problem.
that?
Like I'm gonna be sad about the money, but I really need. Like I get upset when Duke loses.
Providence plays Wisconsin tonight, which I think is going to be a good game.
Is that game okay? Is that game gonna be interesting? It's still gonna be interesting no matter what because people fucking are gonna want to rip. What's his name's? Oh my God, what's his name's? Throat out.
Cooley.
When he goes back to Providence. But if Georgetown sucks, is it going to be that big of a hype?
I think it still will be. I think it will be. Just the way it unfolded.
That
unfolded.
No. That hate doesn't matter win losses. That goes way deeper than a win.
Well, they almost. Record. No, I'm saying.
He's
sorry.
Gonna get shit thrown at him.
Sorry, like a casual fan, like or like there's this if Georgetown because the Georgetown has lost to a shitty ass team. Like if they're like 5-11 when they're going there.
Well, I mean, it's not. We're not talking Ohio State, Michigan. We're talking Providence, Georgetown.
No, but college basketball this year, it's basically Michigan, Ohio State. It's almost worse.
I think the casual fan will still
college basketball terms, not even close.
Still no, but
it's not. But yeah, like this year, it's the only thing people are looking forward to.
I think it's when even if the spread was like 17. I mean, Providence fans in there, like they want blood.
Oh no, they want
that score to be like 90-50.
I almost think Providence fans would rather them be bad.
They want to like just like step on them, on them and twist. Like.
I actually think I think it's like the Ev thing. Like you know how you want Michigan undefeated, like you want them no excuses and everything.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, I think they want Georgetown. I would think.
I don't know because I feel like they want a little.
I think I think it's more
because it's a coach.
It's more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal than like us seeing who's like Providence also is not like gonna be amazing.
Something's gonna happen that game. They're gonna be good. Like that roster is very fucking talented.
It would be. Can you imagine this?
Providence is
Providence.
Same with Wisco. I love Wisco this year. This is like a stay away from me because I like both these teams. I'm probably gonna be biased towards Providence, but Wisconsin returns like everybody from a good team last year.
Can you
imagine? This is your classic Wisconsin team.
Chuck Hepburn.
Like I think Sejian.
Rico is obviously. I was telling him like coaches I'm gonna interview, and you saw his face. He hates it. He hates when I do it. So he'll claim that Cooley's his guy because we interviewed him together. We love Cooley. It would be really funny, Dukes. Can you imagine that Dave walks out of the tunnel with fucking Providence and Bosco's out with Georgetown? Because Dave's all Providence now, right?
Yeah, he switched up on Cooley.
Yeah. I mean, that's just... I can't wait for that. When is that? January?
January 26th.
Yeah, it's far time away.
You know what? There's also there's one more game on the agenda tonight that you guys might be intrigued by.
Dayton.
Over 162.5. Iowa Creighton. Talk about a shooters.
Wow,
game.
that Creighton team can shoot. I watched them, Marty. Remember?
Iowa only shoots. They don't shoot twos. They only shoot threes.
Creighton's like 10th man can shoot.
McCaffrey's still on the team. Patrick. Wow.
I feel like there's like 3 of them.
There's one more coming.
Wow.
So where are you on that over-under, Dukes?
I think you say it.
I'm thinking over.
You have to.
That seems like a no defense game. The only thing is just like if Iowa's shots don't fall, Creighton's will fall. Creighton has a pretty good defense.
What's the over?
62.5.
That's an 80-80 game.
Yeah.
Like around
there.
That's
a high.
Like
right there. I like it.
It's like if you have a little extra cash tonight going into that 10 p.m. slate and you can't sleep, throw a little bit on the over.
If when Duke Cup is, throw a little on the over and have some.
What about Illinois Marquette?
I'm thinking Illinois.
Illinois' favored in their 23 versus 4. Okay, that makes.
Well, that's a huge.
That makes a big difference.
The Big East Player of the Year is out.
Yeah, that's literally the reason.
So that's why they're favored.
Illinois favored by 1.5.
Like you still like.
That almost actually makes me like Marquette more.
No, see, I'm really glad. I know that now. I'm sure at some point I would have figured that out before I bet it, but
Sometimes
I could have just blindly threw in Marquette.
Sometimes there's so many games that you don't know if they're out. Like you're not.
I haven't like bet. I just kind of.
He's been so focused on football too.
I just kind of looked. I just looked at the lines. I haven't really like bet.
I'm still more.
College yet. Today.
Like today is really where I'm like totally back into college basketball. I'm in it. I know it, but it's just like football trumps so many things.
Without Kolek, I think Illinois matches up with Marquette pretty well. Like
where's it at?
Is that also United Center or is that isn't in Champaign?
It's got to be in Champaign, right? Because
it's not gonna be United Center because the Champaign.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
Or is it like those other ones? The like the McGavitt.
Could be.
Oh, like the Gavitt games. I guess it is the Gavitt
is it part
games.
of that
it's
one?
the Gavitt games, yeah, because Providence playing Wisconsin tonight.
And where's that game at?
Well, those are just like that's just like a challenge. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
So that one's in Providence.
Let me see where it is.
But yeah,
wow. So people like Wisconsin in Providence, huh?
Gavitt.
Wisconsin.
It's at the State Farm Center. I don't know where that is.
That might just be in Champaign. That might just be what they call where.
Yeah, I don't know what Champaign. I don't know what they're like.
Hold on, I'll look.
Tickets are.
I think this is like. Wisco just lost to a really good Tennessee team at home.
It's at home in Illinois.
Wisco lost to a good Tennessee team at home. I think Wall's really good. I think this is your nitty gritty, annoying, pesky Wisco team. But Providence has a lot of talent. Like I don't know I know what the identity of this team was last year. I know the identity of these players under Cooley. I still have to watch more games to see what their true identity is under English.
I'm on Marquette. I love Marquette now.
Yeah, I think Illinois might be my favorite tonight.
Hey, we don't have to be friends on this one.
No, that was the more that I was talking myself into. I think they match up well with Marquette.
All right. That's why college basketball is the best because you'll watch some action, but college basketball is definitely on a TV tonight, right?
Yeah, I'll have the one. That's what the YouTube TV is great because on the action, all 3 games will be on one TV.
Yeah,
it'll be
start at the same time.
Watching the full game.
I'll be watching the Duke games on ESPN. I'll be watching it tonight.
All right, I'm very excited.
They better fucking win by 4.
Yeah.
They are.
If you give me 2 losers in a row, I'm so pissed.
I know they're gonna win by 3.
Fellas.
And you're gonna be like, oh, it's a push, whatever.
Fellas, let's stop projecting. We're gonna win tonight.
All right,
win by 10.
Okay, I love it. And then you know what I'll do?
They're gonna win by 9.
I'll be very happy to see. I'll say, great job, Marty. I'll give you props.
That's all you get is a great job. When you lose, you die.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
What do you want?
Let me tell you something. Being right in this world and winning.
You don't have to worry about that very often.
I'm more right than you.
Well, I mean, the football standings. I mean, I'm 20 units ahead of you in NFL.
No, about takes, like we're saying.
Oh, about takes. Okay.
I definitely beat you in takes.
Sure.
But let's start writing down our takes.
All right.
Check it off.
Yeah.
I have receipts saying. I mean, I've been wrong.
John Carlos Stanton again, Marty.
That was not a take.
Oh, it was. It was a take. It was a dumb take by you.
No.
I can't scream this take because of the Patriots, how wrong I was. But I called Bills missing the playoffs.
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, the Josh Allen take another winner for Marty.
It's still not. The jury's not out yet.
The jury's out. Your takes suck.
Your takes are so good. The Cubs.
Thank you.
The Cubs do. All right, that's the show.